And now we are live. Good morning, good evening, everyone, to all our brothers, sisters all over the globe. In this segment of, I don't know what I call this, MMA Lounge, Fighters Lounge, we do have our special guest for this evening. He's the busiest fighter all over the globe. I mean, he every time you look at his profile or Facebook, it's like he has a fight and he has an upcoming fight. I mean, and man, this is so amazing. So before we go in, I would like to say hi again, blessed evening, and let's call in our guest. Will Chope. Will,
Yeah, what's up, Doc? How are you? Been a while.
doing good. Sawadi, Sawadi.
Sawadee Cup.
Sawadi Cup, my friend. Now, talk to me about, I'll go straight ahead. Several photos here. First one is this. What's going on? Congratulations to you for winning that belt, URCC welterweight undisputed champion of the world. Bro, talk to me about that fight against Arvin Chan. How was it? And yeah, how was the fight?
Actually, I got the fight on like 4 weeks' notice, which is kind of short notice for a title fight. Um, yeah, well, I was stoked because like back in the day, I won their featherweight title, and belt title fight in three different weight classes. So I was like stoked, and I knew I'd make history to be the first like triple champ. Granted, I don't have all three belts at the same time, but still, like to win three different belts on three different weight classes is kind of, at least I thought it was cool. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Now, talk to me about your opponent. How was Arvin?
I known Arvin for a long time. Actually, he's a good friend of mine. Like the last time I was in the Philippines before. Okay, so that fight was in December, but my last time I was in the Philippines before COVID, I saw Arvin and a couple guys I knew in Manila, and we went drinking, and I got super drunk on Red Horse. And I remember Arvin actually walked back to my hotel because I was just too. I got the Red Horse snuck up on me and kicked my ass, and like Arvin's a cool guy, and we fought on similar shows. We fought on Singapore Fighting Championship together. He fought one of my teammates in the past. He's coached in Malaysia and Muay Fit, the same gym I used to coach at. So like we kind of have like a similar story, and we've crossed paths like more than a few times. So I actually didn't want to fight him, but it's a title fight and there's good money, and also belts on the line. And at the end of the day, if I said no, then I wasn't going to fight anytime soon for the URC. So I was like, yeah, I got to say yes. So
Yeah,
he said yes too. So yeah, we made it happen.
is it kind of weird fighting your friend or a friend?
It's weird because I mean, like I would say like we're best friends or super close friends, but like we're definitely more than acquaintances. Like we drank
Right.
together. Like I have a lot of respect for him, and also like he has a similar story. Like I started my career real rough. I went 1-4 my first 5 fights. My first 10 fights, I was 5-5, 50-50 record. And Arvin, when I just fought him, he was 8-8. He was 1-8, had a 7-fight losing streak, and then he won 7 fights in a row, and then he fought me, and he was looking to get to that next level, and
Yeah. Anyway, bro, congratulations on that.
but yeah, I mean, no hard feelings. Me and him both like support our families, so yeah.
hmm How about this fight? Your bare
Oh yeah,
knuckle
so
fight
in
against Godzilla.
1 month later, after I fought in the Philippines, I fought in Phuket for their first BKB show in Phuket. BKB is a London promotion. The two biggest bare knuckle boxing shows in the world, BKFC and BKB. BKB is the London show. I fought for them twice in London before. I won one, lost one, and they wanted to have me on their first Phuket show. And I ended up fighting Petzilla. Petzilla is like, a lot of people don't know him, and they see, if you just look at our bodies, it kind of looks like a mismatch. He's short, kind of chubby, but this guy has over 4 Muay Thai fights. He's fought for me on my own promotion, TFC. He's fought MMA for me. He has tons and tons of Muay Thai fights. He literally, and yeah, I was looking forward to it. It's gonna be an exciting fight. So
How did it went? How many rounds did it go? I'm sorry, I haven't seen the fight, so that's the
we
thing I
just
have to ask you.
it's okay. It just went 2 rounds. I technically won by TKO, but he dislocated his shoulder in the second round. They popped it back into place. He kept fighting, and then at the end of the second round, like he was done just because his shoulder was giving him trouble.
Right, right, right.
What's funny is even though he dislocated his shoulder when he fought me, he had a fight like 2 weeks later already lined up in Krabi. So Pedzilla's
He was,
crazy. Uh,
he was
he
already fighting
definitely
after that.
he definitely
Damn.
yeah. Even though he
Like he
dislocated
really
his
got
shoulder, he's
fired.
crazy, man.
That was really crazy
Yeah,
because if you have a dislocated shoulder, I mean, you gotta have that recovery. I mean, after 2 weeks, wow. Well, I guess, are
yeah.
you gonna do it if you have a dislocated shoulder and you gotta fight after 2, 3 weeks?
Man, I broke my hand and I fought 6 weeks later after I broke my hand. I broke my arm. Same thing. About 2 months later after I broke my arm, I fought. So I fought with injuries more than not fully healed, like recovered.
Hmm.
I lost the one after I broke my arm. I fought a Korean. In your favor, sometimes not.
Hey, talk to me. By the way, congratulations on that fight. Now the thing is, I see this post of yours when you mentioned like no gloves, no problem. What does that mean?
Well,
Are
yeah, I
are
fought
are,
left
are
way. I
you
fought bare
trying
knuckle
to
boxing,
fight somebody?
and then I got an opportunity to fight in Fight Circus. Fight Circus is like crazy freak show fights. They have real fights, serious fights, but they also have like crazy fun entertainment fights as well.
Uh-huh.
And one of the serious fights is going to be me versus Chechen, and we're going to fight bare knuckle MMA. And I was like, once it got confirmed, I was like, yo, fuck yeah, bare knuckle MMA is on the list. I fought bare knuckle everything else. Might as well fight bare knuckle MMA, where I think I'm a better MMA fighter than anything else. So definitely something I want to do, and definitely something.
And I guess maybe that's the reason why you said, I finally get my wish. My next MMA fight is a bare knuckle MMA versus a Chechen. So what do you think about Chechen fighters?
I think Chechens and Dagestans are like some of the toughest Russians. They're very traditional, hardcore Sharia law, like Muslims. Um, they all train super hard. They start fighting at a very young age. They're, they both nations had like problems and was out. They actually had civil war and stuff, and they like in recent history and stuff. So they grew up tough lives, and like hard times make strong people, and there's a lot of really strong fighters and strong people, as everybody sees. Because Khabib, there's all these Dagestanis coming to the UFC now, but there's quite a
Yep.
few Chechens as well. And I always say, anytime you see a Muslim Russian, you see a Russian, he's Muslim, he's Chechen or he's Dagestani. Usually they're one of the two. So
And what's their forte on their fighting skills? Like, are they grapplers or stand up guys?
I mostly like to wrestle. Chechens wrestle too, but it's hit or miss. Sometimes you get a lot of strikers that are from Chechen. Strikers. The other 50% are lefties. So
Right.
this guy's more of a striker. He's fought a bunch of Muay Thai. He's fought a bunch of K1. He's has a 2-1 MMA record, but he's fought like 30, 40 striking fights professionally as well.
Oh wow, that would be really interesting fight. Before we go, last thing, I'm gonna show you this photo because this one is crazy. I never thought that this would happen, but I mean, Rampage, he's gonna do Fight Circus as well.
Yeah, he's coming to do like entertainment. One of the entertainment fights will be with him and Bob Sapp. Bob Sapp's going to be on the card as well. And it should be like a really, really fun show. Yeah, it's going to
Uh,
be awesome. It's not a real fight, but it's real, but it's going to be like a fun, crazy rules, something that's not serious for official record. Like I said, that's Fight Circus. Fight Circus is like a real mix between fight sports and entertainment. It's like a blend of so yeah, it's fun. So they got one upstairs. One guy can kick. They got Siamese twins kickboxing where like you and a partner wear a big shirt, and I can use my right leg, you use your left leg. I can use my right hand, you can use your left hand, and we fight another pair. They got foot in the tire boxing. They got a bunch of weird stuff, but they also have some real fights too, like Lethway, good show. If you're a fan of combat sports and you also like it's like trying to cross real fighting with also this new YouTube craze, and I don't know. I don't agree with everything, but it's still like it's a fun show to be a part of, and it's definitely one of a kind.
It's like really entertaining. You have the real fight and entertainment, so it's more than WWE because and I saw you fight. Like you were fighting two twins. Was it twins or two fighters?
I fought these two. That was in Fight Circus 3. That was during COVID too. That was November 2021. And then I fought two, like they're B-boys, but they also fight Muay Thai and MMA as well. And they've done 2-versus-1 fighting, and they're both smaller than me, but there's two of them. So, and I fought those guys in MMA rules, soccer kicks, knees. Luckily, I was able to guillotine them. I guillotined one, and I just kind of braced and took punches from the other guy. But the guillotine was so tight, the guy passed out. And after he passed out, his brother gave up. So he wasn't going to fight one-on-one, of course. So, yeah, it was definitely a crazy experience, And I'm glad I guy gets annihilated. So I was very happy and fortunate to get the win.
I was thinking of there's a grudge match between Bob Sapp and Mike Tyson, so hopefully that would come out. Fight Circus would be able to
Man, I don't know. I don't think Mike Tyson will come out of retirement. I don't think he needs the money, to be honest. I think Bob Sapp wants the money, has a big money fight, but I think Mike's making enough money. And also, Mike, I've listened to a lot of his podcasts and listened to him talk a lot, and he's the kind of guy when he fights, he has to hate you, and he turns into an animal. And I think he's just like grown past that. At least, I mean, maybe it'll come back to him or not, but it just seems like I don't think he's interested in that kind of thing. But yeah, it would be interesting though, Bob Sapp, because back in the K1 Japan days, they were trying to make that happen, but because of Mike Tyson's felonies, he wasn't allowed to travel.
Oh, so I guess that was one of the main reasons because of his case. The fight did not come into fruition because of his thing. Yeah, there's a few countries in the world. If you have a criminal record in America, it's really hard to travel and get like short-term work visas. Because when you fight in Japan, you get an entertainment visa, which is like a temporary work visa. And same thing when you fight in Australia as well. But if you got a criminal record, sometimes the government, they don't make exceptions. They just don't approve it. Right. Anyway, bro, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking this very short notice. And final thoughts, invite the people on Fight Circus. I guess that's your next fight against a Chechen. And yeah, floor is yours. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, guys, if you guys want to see Fight Circus, Bare Knuckle MMA, it'll be on fight.tv. You can download the app and you can watch the fight then. There'll be clips on the Full Metal Dojo and Fight Circus Instagram and Facebook. You can always follow me on Instagram or Facebook as well. Asia Will the Kill or Will Chope. So, thanks guys for having me. Thanks, Doc. Really appreciate all the love and definitely look forward to chatting with you again.
There you go. Will the Kill Chope Talupan. Did I say it right? The last name? There you go. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.